you guys. This is Riviera on Sipping and Spilling the Tea. And I'm here to talk to you today, and we're going to talk about healing. As we continue to heal and grow and find ourselves and reintroduce ourselves to others and to the world, I often go back and ask myself when it comes to childhood trauma and relationships. I've been going on a quest where I've been, and I'm really sipping on some green tea right now as I am talking. I've been really searching for years, asking people, what does a healthy relationship looks like? I'm not a relationship expert. I could tell you, like, do what you want, what makes you happy. But I always question, what does a healthy relationship looks like? And I used to ask people the do's, the don'ts. Is this okay? Is this not okay? What is acceptable? What is not acceptable? I never knew what was right and wrong in a relationship. I thought when you're in a relationship, we're supposed to help each other, balance each other. A man supposed to provide, a woman can help provide. We're a team, it's an equal partnership. But I never really saw a healthy relationship. Every relationship I saw has always been toxic, some type of form of abuse, manipulation, someone using someone. I never saw a healthy relationship, what it looks like. And now, as I am in my 30s, I'm still finding myself trying to figure out, what does a healthy relationship looks like. So, I know from my childhood, I have witnessed my family. I'm just going to be honest. I believe in being honest. I have witnessed my mom love um, my dad, but I also witnessed her being verbally abusive to him, he being verbally abusive to her. I have watched them destroy each other, hit each other, and it was a very toxic situation. So now I'm in my adult life, I look at relationship as, I do not want that type of relationship. So I know what I don't want. And as I'm healing from seeing things like that, I always remind myself, when you're in a relationship with a man, don't talk down at them, do not talk at them, do not yell, and you have to use your words. So when I'm feeling some way, I always say, I feel that what you said was it upset me, and these are the reasons are of my feelings. And I'm also learning to sometimes remove my emotions out of it and think logically, and really trying to focus on checking myself and my insecurities. But when I think of a relationship, my relationship of what I want, I don't base it off of what society thinks it should be. So when I look at relationships and what I look for as during my healing journey, as I'm healing and I am reintroducing myself to people, I find it that I am a helper. I love to give my partner. I love to educate my partner. I like to make sure that I always think, like, if I'm going to do something, or if I have knowledge or research or something that I found out about a business, investment, or something, I'm going to include my partner into that. Because the whole goal is, if I win, you win. Let me educate you. I don't want to feel selfish or sneaky or hide anything from my partner. And I believe in being honest with my partner. So I know for me, I don't want someone that is sneaking behind my back, lying behind my back. I know I'm the type of person that I don't like. I believe if I'm not talking to anyone and I'm all in, 100% in with you, then you should be all the way 100% in with me. And I'm learning that when it comes to being in a healthy relationship, I'm learning to, you have to uplift your partner. You have to be kind to your partner. You have to be gentle to your partner, giving them words and inspiring words, encouraging and motivating them and giving them compliments. And I'm learning that when you uplift your partner and you love them correctly, that it gets you all on the right page and it makes them feel special as well. So as I'm learning the do's I want and the don'ts I don't want from looking at my mother's relationship with my father, I figured out that that's one of my generational patterns that I want to break. I have noticed the women in my family, they're not married. Some are, but that's a few, very slim few. And a lot of them are single mothers, and we live in separate homes, and none of them had a healthy, stable relationship. So I kept thinking, like, what is it that I want in my healing journey when it comes to relationships, too? I know I want marriage or a partnership. I know I want us to have land together. I know I want children. I know I want us to be able to joke around, play, go on vacations. I know I want whatever we have going on be between us. I know that I want it to be open and filled with love and possibilities and things like that. So as I'm continue to heal, I'm writing down in my journal, what is it that I want to contribute in a relationship? What am I offering? I believe sometimes when we're healing and we think about relationship, we think about money, materialistic things, buying gifts and giving money to a person that's going to keep the person. But no, when you're really in a relationship, I want someone to feed me emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and then physically and financially. I want us to be able to pray together, love with each other. I want us to be best friends, and I want us to be able to talk about business and help each other with business. I want us to be able to, if you feel some type of way, you have insecurities about something, or you feel like the way that I'm moving in life is not right, to sit down and talk to me about how you feel. And I want to be able to feel comfortable in that. So it's a sense of security. I'm learning that during my healing journey, I don't want to repeat the same patterns that I seen the women in my family go through and what they experience when it comes to talking down to a man, or if it comes to manipulating, or it comes to lying, or if it comes to anything like that, or holding things over someone's head, like I did this and that. That's not what I want. I want to be the woman and I want him to be the leader. So when I think about my healing journey of self love and self discovery and breaking generational patterns from my childhood, of the trauma that I have witnessed with being in a domestic home, I'm learning that I have to not only have healthy boundaries, I have to be honest with myself and honest with my partner of what I do not want and what do I expect. But I also believe in letting a person show up as they are and who they are, and you either accept them for who they are and love them that way, or you walk away and find you somebody that you feel that could love you better or match your love language of what you perceive what does love look like in your eyes. So as I sit down and I write down in my journal and sipping on my green tea and praying to God to ask for, a sign, I keep getting a number 444 everywhere I go. When I pick up the phone, 444. When I look at the time, it's 444. I've been driving and I've been getting the number 444 all the time. And it's basically telling me to be optimistic and be open, and that things are about to happen in life. And a lot of things are really happening in life for me. Good things. So as I'm breaking these generation patterns, I'm finding myself not cursing at the person I love. I'm finding myself to be more gentle with the person that I do love. I'm finding myself breaking down my insecurities and being more comfortable to communicate and set accountability when I make a mistake to say, you know what, I may did this wrong. I apologize and I own it right away. And I don't give justifications behind it. Well, I did it because you know, I own up for what I did and I explain that I meant to say it this way, didn't mean to come out that way. I'm learning to be a better communicator and listen more effectively instead of reacting, to sit back and kind of like, okay, I receive it, I'm notating it, I will do better. And each step I'm learning to do better. And it makes me realize that in a relationship, you want a partnership that's going to grow. You want to be able to, you guys could joke around, love each other, be honest, and be open. And you also want a partnership that's going to take accountability. You know, you could have arguments in a relationship, but your arguments cannot be disrespectful. You should be able to talk to your partner, tell them how you feel, tell them what they did wrong with respect, and then they listen and they, you know, respond accordingly, and then you guys both do better. And I'm learning that's a healthy relationship. That's what I want a relationship to look like. And I'm learning when you're being honest and you're not talking to nobody on the side and you're just focused on that partner, there's no confusion. You're able to love freely. You're able to come who you are. You don't have to second guess anything because you're talking to Billy Joe and Bobby Brown or whoever over here. You're not emotionally cheating on a person, which it causes confusion in a relationship. So when you mostly emotionally cheat and you're being sneaky and you're talking to all these people, it kind of sidetrack you and it gets you all confused. You don't know what you want, and then you're getting spiritually tied to all these other people, and you're connecting all these spiritual emotions with all these people, and it's confusing you that you don't know exactly what you want, and you're giving off all energy and other people energy to the person that you might really do care for. So I'm learning that when you're emotionally attached to just one person and you're not talking to nobody else and you're being faithful to that one person and you're building trust and loyal and you're being loyal to that person and you're building that solid foundation, there's no confusion. You start to learn a person because once you remove all the extra people and you start focusing on that one person, you start to learn about them. You start to be more intrigued. You start to understand them. You start to see slowly how you guys can blend together. Can you guys do business together? Can you guys coexist in the same house together? Or are you guys going to have that relationship that he lives in one house, you live in this house, you guys come together, which I don't think that's a bad idea. I think if I had like a big mansion or a house, I wouldn't mind my partner and I living in underneath the same roof and he have his wing and I have my wing and we get together. We're all the family there, but I do believe relationship couples need space. They need their space where they could be free to do whatever they want in their home. Longer is not cheating and talking to other women or talk to other men. I do see why people like living separately because seeing each other too much be too much sometimes. And sometimes you just want to, I don't know, men probably want to, I'm just throwing pick their nose or they want to have a guy's night. We all need our space that give us a little piece of heaven. And I'm learning the more I be comfortable within myself and I remove my insecurities and I get rid of all of my trauma of being abused and witnessing abuse and having trust issues of being cheated on. Once I remove that and I just focus on being happy and living in a moment and listening to your partner of what they want and what they need and make the situation better. You guys start to enjoy each other. And then you guys start building and add more to it. You take your time. You don't rush, you just really take your time with it. And when you let go and not controlling things, you just let people be who they are, you start creating a healthy relationship. And I'm learning that with this relationship that I am in, this partnership that I am in, I'm finding myself growing in love. I'm finding myself falling more and more in love in a healthy way. I'm finding myself that this person is my best friend. Where if I'm going through anything, that person is the person I call or text first. That person is who I confide in. If I get pulled over, I'm calling that person. If I'm stuck in the road, I'm calling that person. Then next, my female friend, my girlfriend, I'm calling her too. Hey, Nisha. But the first person, and my sister, Cece, hey girl. But the first person I'm gonna call is him. And I'm learning to trust him. And I started to separate him from my father. I'm starting to separate him from my uncles and my past relationship with previous guys that I dated. That he is not them, he's his own person. And the more I separate, the more I let go my guards and I just grow. Instead of falling in love, I grow in love. He's able to see me in different seasons, and I'm able to see him in different seasons. And we're able to coexist and fill each other out one day at a time. And I'm learning that I really love spending time with this person and I love what we have going on. And I'm learning that the things that I said I didn't want to be talked down or cursed at or be yelled at. And I'm getting that. I'm not getting yelled at. I'm not being disrespected. I'm getting open communication. I'm getting honesty. I'm getting all the stuff. Like, I wanted honesty. I wanted communication. I'm getting that. I did not want to be in an abusive relationship. I'm getting that too. And I'm getting understanding and I'm getting a partnership and I'm getting a business partner. So I'm starting to see that everything that I've been seeing it as a child and my past relationship has been very destructive, chaos, abusive. You tell them what's wrong, they don't listen to you, they don't change their behavior. It's a lot of yelling and fighting and putting each other down. Now in my 30s, 33, in my year 9, I will be talking what year 9 is. I have removed and shed my old self and old behaviors, old habits, old patterns that was me before. And the person that I am now is more accepting and understanding and very logic. And every day I get more in tune with my emotions and how I feel and how to stop and eliminate them. That is making me be more happy and live a joyful, juicy life. And I'm learning that in a relationship, I don't care if it's a friendship. I am drinking green tea, so if you hear me slurping and all that, I do apologize. But I am drinking my green tea, so sipping and spilling. I am really literally doing that right now. I am sipping on some tea, and it's some good tea. I love green tea. Oh my gosh, it just calms me down with a little cinnamon stick. Love it. Cinnamon sticks are really good. Cinnamon is good for memory and function for the brain. Tip for you. Anyway, before I ramble on and on, I am learning how to control my overthinking and my insecurities. And I'm learning when I pray and I put God into it and I keep my relationship private, it blossoms and it grows stronger. And I'm learning that as I put God in it and I pray over him and I pray over me and I pray over the whole family, that the tighter we are. And I'm learning that it's okay to have someone take control. It's okay to walk and be feminine. It's okay to allow them to give you a feedback or suggestion and you take heed to it and you learn from it. Because in a relationship, we're supposed to grow and learn from each other. We're supposed to build each other up and better each other. If you can't do that, then why are you in a relationship with someone? It's interesting how we pick people and people come in our lives. And sometimes we pick people that are supposed to be in our life to teach us something or for some lesson we have to learn to help us in the future. But you pick someone and you learn, and you're supposed to learn and grow from them. But when you have a good partner and you guys balance each other out, you guys will continue to grow and continue to be fruitful. And you guys will be that power couple of what you imagine your life to be. But it's always good to take time and learn. So, as I'm healing on this beautiful journey of life, and I am healing from childhood trauma, from looking at my family past and their relationship, their failed relationships, I look at them and even though it's dark and toxic and negative the relationships are, I'm turning that as in a guide for me of the things to look for and the things that I do not want in my present and future relationship. And instead of being scared to have that, I use that as, again, a tool, signs, manual guide, whatever you want to call it, to compare it and be like, no, yeah, that's not it. And it has helped me a lot. A lot. It has helped me a lot, and I'm growing. And I'm learning not to be fearful. I'm learning it's okay to be open and to love freely. And you're not going to die, you know, for falling in love with someone or like someone a lot. You might get your heart broken, but you get your heart broken anyway. That is okay. You just learn and you just keep on going. And I'm the person that I love. So knowing who I am and continue to know who I am and walk in my truth of love, and my idea of love, and compromising it and what their version of love is, I'm kind of liking it. Kind of liking it. So healing from childhood. You have to sit down and write and be truthful what you experienced as a child. Some of us have suppressed our memories of what we have witnessed of things that have hurt us, especially when it comes to trauma. It is always good to take a journal or go get a counselor, a therapist, and really go into depths when it comes to any trauma you have experienced, for you could face it head first and for you could really heal from it. Once you have healed from trauma, and believe me, you're going to have triggers, you're going to have doubts, you're going to have fears, you're going to have certain things that's going to set you off, especially living in a world where people could constantly make fun of your life, tell jokes about your life, and disrespect you and your family and humiliate you. And we have been taught to be quiet, hold a certain image, and don't say nothing when deep down we are really hurting ourselves inside, when people really use our pain as laughter. So it's best to always seek help for you to heal from your trauma, and to know that it takes time and it takes days, and that you will be tempted each day. And for you to have special tools and techniques to use to maneuver in the world where we have people that are not sensitive when it comes to other people's pain or their situations. So as we heal on this journey and open up and walk within our truth and go get counseling or have good support group to help us heal, to tell us it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay, but you have to do better, but it's okay. I understand, I empathize or sympathize, but it's okay to fall. It's okay to feel pain. It's okay to experience your hurt, because we all have to experience emotions for order for us to grow and heal together. So, as we are healing and growing from our childhood, and we're learning about relationships, of what we want out of a relationship and what we need and the things that we don't want. Remember to continue to work on yourself, and remember to set people for who they are. And remember, you can't control what other people say or what they do, but you can control how you react and how you respond. So now you know, as I am healing and growing and in love, and I am living this joyful, juicy life. Some days are good, some days are bad. But I want you guys to know it's just take one day at a time to really, to really to achieve goals and to really conquer and really to understand pain and learn and grow from it and see the beauty of your trials and know that everything you go through is set to help others. So this is Sipping and Spilling the Tea Riviera. That's all the time I have right now. And I just want you guys to know, as you're healing, be kind to yourself, be gentle to yourself, grow in love, be find beauty and be joyful in everything you do. Just remember to, again, I'm sipping on my tea. Remember, just live in the moment and just take your time. And know that all your goals you want to reach, you're going to reach them. And if you don't and you reach some, that is okay. Just remember to live your life the way that you want it to live. And as long as it's not hurting anybody or causing nobody pain emotionally, spiritually, physically, and mentally, that you're doing okay. And applaud yourself. You got out the bed today, you're still hanging in there. So as we learn about relationships when it comes to family and friendships and romantic relationships, just know that everybody around you is healing and going through stuff. And you are too. And really sit down and figure out what makes you happy. Because you don't want to wake up one day and realize that you were never happy and you wish you would have just lived in your truth. Really just live in your truth. Well, you guys, here's my motto. I'm wishing you guys nothing but prosperity, love, joy, peace, solace. Check out my jewelry and candle line, Solace Manifestation Candles and Jewelry. And I'm wishing you guys prosperity and wealth, but not just in your pockets. I keep telling everyone, but everything you do and touch, and wealth in your family, and love, and oh my God, just pure joy and happiness. You guys have a nice day. Love you, love you, love you. Tune in next week for Sipping and Spilling the Tea with Riviera. Bye.